gonna bring you back to do what he tells you to do. Okay, Sister Tony.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken.
Okay.
Then
Yes.
the mariners were afraid and cried every man unto his God, and cast forth the warers that were in the ship into the sea to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep.
Now, you know, with being disobedient, I found this to be true that even when I was being disobedient, not doing what God had told me to do, I affected everybody around me. Our disobedience can affect the folks that are around us. I mean, I affected my wife. The house was disrupted. She walked in the house, you could feel the tension in the air, you could feel that ain't nothing is right. And when you're disobedient, you don't have a good feeling in yourself, and everybody around you gonna feel it. I mean, really, everybody around you will know that something is not right. So these people on the ship, they knew something ain't right. This ain't never happened to us before. What's going on? They trying to figure out what's going on. So go ahead, Sister Tony. But you know what? Even when we're disobedient in our mess, sometimes we can be at peace with it. Jonas was at peace with it. He was down there asleep. Everybody else in the uproar, but he was at peace with it because he thought, what? I've gotten away. I've gotten away. Well, he was sleeping.
Yeah, you could say that he got to a place where he's running, hopefully that he don't
Get
get
caught.
caught. But he knew what he was dealing with, so he wasn't at peace.
Yeah.
But he just decided, well, let me get down here and go to sleep. You know,
All right.
eyes shut, mind work. So everybody can say, his eyes were shut, but his mind was worried.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Sister Tony.
So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God, if so be that God will think upon us that we perish not.
The captain of the ship, the shipmaster, has said, no, this ain't never happened before, so something ain't right. So we got to call on, I don't know who your God is, but we got to call on somebody because we need some help. We need some help. And you know, that's what us, when things are turmoil in our life, when things are not going right in our life, when things are not doing well in our life, we need to know that we got a God that sits high and looks low, got all power in his hand, that we can call on him at any time, and he'll be there. And that's what I love about it. They may not have been serving the true and living God, but they were calling on who they serve. Because he said they call on your God. I don't know if they had idol gods or whatever at that point, but I know that he told them, he called everybody up on deck and told them to call on your God. So, okay.
And that's how Jonah, so the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God, with the capital G. So
Okay.
that was Jonah's God.
I'm really wrong, Mr. Really wrong. Okay.
If so be that God will think upon us that we perish not.
Okay. All right. I apologize, I was really wrong.
You need to call upon the right God.
So he told them to call upon the right God. Okay, sister.
And they said every one to his fellow, Come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah.
So to cast out, they pick stones and sticks or whatever, to know, okay, who did this? Who was the cause of this? And Jonah already knew he was, but they had to make sure who was the culprit. And that's what this is saying. It cast out to find out, okay, who is doing it? Who's causing this trouble? Who's causing this sea to do what it's doing? Who's causing God to be angry? Because it's done.
Then said they unto him, Tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us? What is thine occupation? And whence comest thou? What is thy country? And of what people art thou?
They want to know who you are, where you come from, and why you're on this ship called trouble. And that's what they wanted to know. Go ahead, Sister Tony.
And he said unto them, I am an Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, which hath made the sea and the dry land. Then were the men exceedingly afraid, and said unto him, Why hast thou done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord, because he had told them. Then said they unto him, What shall we do unto thee, that the sea may become unto us? For the sea wrought and was tempestuous.
Okay, that right here they want to know, okay, now we know you running, we know you here, we know you cause of it. Now what we need to do with you? And like I said, when you are doing something out of the will of God and what God don't want you to do, it affects everything around you.
That's right.
It affects the people that's in your life, the people that love you. It affects your wives, your husband, your kids, and, your friends. And even in your job, you go to your job and things ain't right, it affects your job, the way you function. And that thing about being disobedient. You can't get away from God when you're disobedient. You got to come back. One way or another, you got to come back. Okay, Sister Tony.
And he said unto them, Take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea become unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it to the land, but they could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them. Wherefore they cried unto the Lord and said, We beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood, for thou, O Lord, hast done as it pleased thee. Keep reading. So they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her raging. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord, and made vows. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
Now, right here, this is what we're going to get to. Now, even in our disobedience, God have a way of getting our attention. No matter what you have done, no matter what you think you're doing, God have a way of getting your attention. And no matter what the stream is, God have to go to. If God has called you to do something, He's going to go to the necessary stream to get you to do what He said do, to get your attention. And it took drastic measures for Jonah, because Jonah was really trying to get away. So it took drastic measures. And so God had to do drastic things in order to get Jonah to bow down and humble himself and do what I asked you to do. And that's what God has to do with us a lot of times. A lot of times in our life, we think we're getting away with something. We think we're getting away from God. We think we're getting away with what God tells us to do. But there are consequences behind sin. There's consequences behind disobedience. There's consequences behind not doing what we're supposed to do. And if we are not doing what we're supposed to do, then the consequences could be death. But for Jonah, it was on the picture as well and let you think about what you're doing. Because when I tell you to do something, I need you to do it. It's a reason why God gives us orders to do things. Because when God gives us certain orders to do things, then He know that we he needs to get to that person. He needs to reach that person. And he got to use us in order to get there. So if we're not going to be obedient and do what the will of God say do and get to that person might perish. That person might lose out because we're not being obedient enough to do what God wants us to do. And that's what Jonah was doing. He was being disobedient. He wanted to do what God wanted him to do. So God had to bring out drastic measures. But make a long story short, he stayed in the belly of the whale 3 days. He repented. And that's what a lot of times we repent. We have to repent. God, I'm sorry. I did wrong. I disobeyed you. Forgive me. What would you have me to do? Humble yourself. And when Jonah did that, what did God do? He spit him out the fish. And he went on to do what God had him to do. And Lord, turn over to the Bible. Whenever God gives you a call to do it, embrace it, do it, and the outcome will be great. I'm going to turn over to the hands of our pastor. I hope y'all got something out of it.
Awesome job, awesome job. That's what it's for. How many love God right now? Come on, give God a praise. Just go ahead and stretch it now. He's worthy. How many know he's worthy? Amen. You can be seated. Anyone got a testimony right quick? Amen. That you want to testify? But when, as they come up, come on, amen. Give God the glory. Let everybody hear. Giving honor to God and giving honor to our pastor, who's the greatest pastor this side of heaven. Woo-hoo! Come on, y'all. The greatest pastor this side of heaven. Yeah. I might as well go on and clap because I know I'm going to keep saying it. And we thank God for our brother Ron in his absence, the greatest first man this side of heaven, the greatest associate pastor this side of heaven, and the greatest associate pastor's wife, this side of heaven, and the greatest church. This side of heaven. I just give honor to whom honor is due. So I just thank God for being here, and I just thank God for everything he's done for me, what he's doing. And I think I didn't get to testify this last Wednesday, but how God just, y'all heard about all my surprises and everything. But I think I told it in Knoxville. But one thing on week before last, I was sharing with you everything God was giving me for free. Well, about a week or so ago, I don't think I told this. That was at Knox. Yeah. Well, I needed some hedge trimmers. So I was going to go out and buy me some hedge trimmers. But guess what? God gave me brand new hedge trimmers. Brand new. I didn't have to pay for a free. F-R-E-E. So I just thank God. He's always giving me stuff free, y'all. I know. Don't hate me, y'all. But I just thank God for it. And everything he does for me, I'm going to tell. I don't care how small it may be. Or, God just want to see first what you're going to tell about the little things he does for you. That's right. And if you can tell about the little things, then maybe he'll start blessing you with what? More and more, so you can tell to help somebody else. And it's to boast in my God, not to boast in me, but to boast in my God. That he's everything I need. He's whatever I need. He's going to supply what? My every need. So I just thank God always what he's doing and what he's going to do. Thank God for this ministry. Thank God for the rich word that we get here all through the week. How many know you're blessed to get the word that we get here? Blessed. Because that word's going to keep you. It ain't the check in the mail. It ain't my hedge trimmers. It ain't all my free stuff. But it's the word that's going to what? That's going to keep me. So I thank God for the word that goes forth here. That's why I always give honor to our pastor, who is just an awesome pastor. When I say the greatest pastor this side of heaven, I'm not just speaking it from my mouth, but I'm speaking it from my heart, because I know God has truly blessed us with the jewel here. So I thank God for him. Oh, how many love God right now? So, as I was listening to our deacon, he's been a deacon now for how long? Deacon / minister, about as long as you are. Yeah.
So we give God praise that, with his knowledge and with his love. And you can see somebody come out of where they were. And here it is become what God wants them to become, not with a motive to get anything, but just with a motive to say, I want change, and I want to keep my change. That's Deacon Fry. Come on, give God praise. He could have went back to North Carolina, is that where he from? He could have went back to North Carolina. He could have said, you know what, I'm going to come to church, but majority of them say, well, I'm coming back, and they don't come back, and that's because they want God for the moment. But it's something like Deacon Fry, when I look back at Deacon Fry's life, out of, should have been incarcerated 42 years, facing 45 years. Then, not only that, with those habitual charges, he's out there running, selling, using and doing all the above, involved in a lot of different stuff. And even coming here, he was actually running from, trying to get away. Just like Jonah, that's why he can use that story of Jonah, because he was trying to get away, but he wasn't at peace. And how many know that we can sleep? All we want to sleep, close our eyes. But this here don't sleep if it don't have no peace. I mean, understand that. Isn't that right, Terry? Amen. Your eyes can close all day long, but that don't mean you sleep. Come on. That means you're not even resting. Sometimes you're not even just got your eyes closed because you don't want to be bothered. Got your eyes closed because you don't want nobody to bother and say nothing to you, so you just play them games. Them old games. Come on. Don't want to be disturbed. But the thing is that when you want help, when you truly want help, you'll get out of your blame card. Stop playing the blame card. You'll stop blaming, using excuse cards. You'll stop trying to look for things to get mad about. How can you understand that? And then you'll start focusing on one thing. I want to get my life together. So when you look at Deacon Fry was one of those. No job, no nothing. I mean, just came raw. He was looking to be in something, I think even in a relationship or what, that didn't even pan out. Come on. But the thing about it is, he had a mind to change. And if you don't have that mind to change, you'll always be warm within yourself. And the enemy, it won't even be the enemy. It's the enemy within inside yourself. Come on, is that all right? When the enemy inside yourself, you'll get confused. He won't even have to make you confused. But the spirit of confusion will still be there. And that's why it's important that you understand where you're trying to go. Come on. And how long you're trying to be where you are in order to get where you're trying to go. And who you need to utilize in your life in order to bring stability, in order to bring steadfastness, in order to bring positivity into your life and start, so you can start rebuilding your life. I like that song that Sean, J. Moss, as we begin to listen, Sean gonna do the dance to, and I told him, I said, we're gonna be working on the dance. Is that, Lord, rebuild me. And I was telling Sean, no, you ain't get up there, no, you're gonna rebuild this. Lord, rebuild me. Because, and because he's an awesome dancer. And the thing about it is that when you begin to listen to that song, Lord, rebuild me, you're taking every measure and every step and every accountability in your life, and you're placing it in front of you and saying, I got to be accountable for the people that come in my life and for the people that go out of my life. I got to be accountable for the things that I say, for the things that I think. Come on. Because that's why you got those monkeys. I love those monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You should have one that say, don't do no evil. But it's that thing that, when you love God and when you love your life, and that's what you got to come to, loving your life. Some people don't know what love is. And yeah, I love myself. Yeah, I sure do. I love myself. Because they buy themselves expensive stuff, that don't mean they love them. Come on, because a person hang around with certain people, that don't mean they love themselves. Come on. It could mean that they're just very selfish. And they're not thinking about nobody else. Come on, but when you have Christ in your life, he teaches you how to love you. In other words, I can take care of my things, but I'm also a sacrificer. I'm ready to sacrifice. See, nobody don't want that. That's true love of God. I'm ready to sacrifice, not for just people outside of the house of God, but I'm ready to sacrifice for the things of God. And because that's where it counts. Look at your neighbor and say, that's where it counts. Amen. Praise God. When you love yourself, come on. Praise God. When you love yourself, it's the things of God is that going to get you where you need to be. It's the things of God that's going to help you to grow and build stability, build character. Come on. And build happiness, true happiness. Because people, what they think happiness is, I ain't getting me a girl, and I'm going to, that ain't happiness. Come on, that's temporary. Come on, true happiness comes from God. It's eternal. It can never be messed with. It can never be torn down. It can never be, bothered or wavering. Because you know why? It's truth and true happiness. Come on. And what is that truth? Truth says that I understand and I know who I am and who I belong to. And I know he is capable of keeping me because why? I want to be kept. Come on, because I want to be kept. I want to do the right thing. That's being kept. I want to do the right thing. I want to think the right things. Come on, praise God. So that's what it's all about. It's all about when it even come to church in your life. Come on, it's rebuilding your life and saying that, look, I'm going to not be in denial. I'm going to, not, just sway and just try to, get over. Because you can't get over on nobody but yourself. Help me understand that. You don't get over on nobody but yourself. Come on, if you want to stay in the desert, stay in the desert. That's what the children of Israel did. They kept, looking at God and wouldn't appreciate what God was doing. And they died right there in the wilderness. And they said, well, we're just wondering, God, what you going to do with the kids? He going to have us out here and the kids going to die. We going to all die, our little ones. And God said, okay, I'm going to take the little ones into the promised land. But you, since you were so worried about how your kids are going to be kept, you so worried about if your kids are going to die, guess what? I'm going to let y'all die in the wilderness. Because why? You keep what? Hurting my feelings. How many know God got feelings? Come on, give God praise. God got feelings. So let's go to Acts right quick. I think Joshua 7. I want to get into a little, because I know some people don't know about demons. And as Jeffrey was even talking, about disobedience. With disobedience is a major thing because some people don't even know that they are disobedient. How the Bible says that your days will be cut short, even disobeying your mother and your father. Come on, he said your days will be short. And you think it's cool to diss your mother. Everybody know what this is, right? That's old. Some people think it's cool to cuss out their mamas, cuss out their daddy, cuss out older people. I tell my children, my son was, how old is he? 37? 38? I don't know how old. That big dude that was behind the pulpit. But even them, I tell them, I said, I don't care if they're a year older than you. If they're a year older than you, they still your elders. If they're 6 months older than you, they're still your elders. If they're a minute older than you, they still your elders. And you have to learn how to respect your elders. And that's what Jude was talking about, is that they don't have no respect. They just disrespectful, and nothing good will come to that person that is disrespectful. Nothing good. And if something good comes, they will lose it. Because you know why? Disobedience. It yields what? It yields bad stuff, should I say. What are you going to say? That's right. It yields bad things that happens. Because he says the wages of sin is what? Death. But the gift of God is what? And then people get upset with those that are do well, those that love God, those that have a good life. Come on, those that, of authority. Because a lot of times when they're disobedient to their own mothers and fathers, they don't like authority. So therefore they got a problem with telling being told what to do, but yet their mouth is open to tell everybody what to do. You ever seen them people? I think you ought to go this way. I think you ought to do this. You can't even take orders. Come on. But in that is that disobedience goes a long ways with people that don't even realize they're operating in the spirit of disobedience. And then they bring it to a level of what you call generational curses. And there's no such thing now as generational curses. Because why? Jesus became the curse for us. But what it is that you got families, they just disobedient. I do what I want to do. I think what I want to think. They don't have no morals. They don't have no ethics. Come on. They don't have no respect for themselves, so how can they have respect for you? Is that all right? So they yield what? Disobedience. And here it is, disobedience will always come back with a punishment. So when we look at Athens and we look at Joshua, and that's let's go to Joshua. Which chapter? Which chapter should we start at? 7, 8? Let's go with when the battle, let's see. When they put under, with Joshua, with the battle. Yeah, after the walls. I think it's chapter 6. Yeah, I think so. And then they begin to bury the stuff that, and he began to look at it and say, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, he says.
Is that 6 and 7? That's 6th chapter, right?
Yeah, 6 chapter.
Okay.
18 talks about the accursed.
The accursed things.
Where it talks about the wall falling and then the city being burned. And then Israel sin. I think he calls them.
Yeah, the 7. Let's see. The accursed things. Okay.
7 and 16 is when Joshua gets all the trials that Jesus was taken, and he begins to work out the family. Let me see.
Look, I don't even be there. He's talking about 7. I want to get to the main. 7. Let's see this 7th chapter. And let's see. But the children of Israel committed a trespass. Let's see. And the accursed things. Let's start right there. You want to go ahead? Go ahead.
But the children, Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing. For Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zebdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing.
Now, let's look at this. Now, the cursed things are normally those things that was offered up to other gods. And they was of the heathens. They was not the things of God. So you had the things of God, which God made holy. Those things that belong to the children of the promise. And those children of the promise was the Israelites. So Jacob's children. So here it is that you got the accursed things that these people was heathens. They didn't know God, or they knew of God, but they did not serve God. So those are the cursed things. And if we bring it back today with those accursed things would be Galatians, or in Galatians, the 5th chapter. But we'll bring it even to those things like still serving another God, or serving things more than God. And what things can we serve more than God? Ourselves. What other things? Our children, our job. That's it. Our job. We'll do more for the job than we would do for the church or for God. Come on. And how we do for God, let's make that plain. How we do for God is doing for the church. Do what? Clean the church. That's doing for God. Cleaning the bathroom. That's doing for God. Clean the shed. That's doing for God. What else? Tithes and offering. That's doing for God. Mowing the lawn. That's doing for God. Come on. Amen. So you got a lot of things. Fish fries, doing for God. Mini store, doing for God. Because the money goes to war with the youth. That's doing for God. Sunday school teacher, that's doing for God. So those accursed things. What are those accursed things? So when we look at the accursed things and bring it back to the outer day and out of the biblical days, because in the biblical days, those accursed things they were throwing their kids in the fire. And the tools thereof that they used, whether it was rocks, hewn rocks, cursed things, whether it was instruments, accursed things that they offered up and they did music, for the outer gods and played music to dance to their gods and stuff like that. Cursed things. Whether it was the drums, whether it was the violin, whether it was the trombone, whether it was the forks, whether it was the knives, whether it was the shield, whether it was the weaponry. If it wasn't used for God and lifted up to be holy and they didn't pray over it, it was considered what? Accursed. How many understand that? So we come up, oh my God, God has brought us a long ways. So you will see what I'm talking about, bringing us a long way, because just to touch those things was to die. And even just to touch the Ark of the Covenant. And if you didn't have, if you wasn't one that God ordered to carry the Ark, then you would what? You would die. Come on. So now another first thing is, we got to watch out for is what? Our thought pattern. Thinking the wrong thoughts can kill you. Come on. It really can. It can cause you to do things that you have no business doing. Cause you to get into all kind of trouble. Cause you to end up in places where you should not be. Come on. Is that all right? So let's go right quick.
And the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Bethaven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country.
Yes.
And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai.
Now look, he said, we're talking about the company of Israel was huge, was big. And as being big is that they had tens and thousands. But he said, just let what?
Let 2,000 or 3,000 men go up.
2 or 3, because you know why? Joshua was secure in his belief, knowing that God was going to what? Was going to deliver. And go with him. That's right, was going to what? Deliver. Amen. So that's why he said, well, look, God don't need everybody. And see, that's the way God works. He don't need everybody. He just needs you to submit. See, that's how God works in our life. For us to submit to him. For us to be humble to him. Come on. For us to say, God, here I am. I want to change. That's it. Come on. So when you really love him, that's what you'll do. It don't matter how. God, look, because you old, and I mean old, if you could be 70, 80 years old, it don't matter. You ain't got no free ticket into heaven. You have to do the same thing everybody else do. That means you got to get your attitude right. You got to serve God right. You got to pay attention to God and what he says, and you got to absorb those things that God wants us to absorb. There ain't no free ticket for older people. They got to do the same thing we do. Is that all right? Yeah. Come on. Well, they can just talk bad to anybody. No, you can't just talk bad to anybody. It don't matter. Come on. Attitude. God loves good attitudes, not bad ones. So go ahead. So he said, send 2,000 up. Go ahead.
And go up and smite Ai.
Yes.
And make not all the people to labor thither. for they are but few.
Come on.
So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai.
Yes.
And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarah, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water.
It didn't make no sense with Joshua that why are we losing? See, that's the thing when you have Christ in your life and things start trickling the wrong way. You start evaluating some stuff like, wait a minute, did I hurt the heart of God? What have I done wrong? Come on, what's really going on? Am I not paying attention? What's really? And that's what happens. Come on. Amen. When you got the Holy Ghost, the God in you don't let you just do in him any kind of way. Help me to understand that. Come on. So with that, it's like you automatically, start evaluating yourself. Now, the person that don't have a relationship in their life, they don't evaluate them because we're going to get ready to show you the disobedience of this one, of his commandment. Come on. You're one of them. You know what he said. And so people want to get mad. Why in the world you got to tell me this, got to say this. Because, it's going to yield some bad stuff if you do the opposite. And people, they hear one thing, and they're flipping. It's like, I ain't even say that. Why you flipping it? Everybody super, why you flipping it? Come on, I didn't even say that. This is what I said. But you got people that you will tell them something good, they'll flip it. You didn't even know, you told me something bad. No, you didn't say it. What? What's going on? Come on. So, and the thing is that you can't flip things. When you start flipping stuff, after a while, it's going to come right back on you. Come on. Double effect. Go ahead. Woo.
And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, and he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads.
Oh my God. So you see that when they put dust upon their head, that's what the Jews did. That's how they served their God. That's how they worship God. That, in other words, when they begin to, any calamity that comes in their life, what I mean by calamity, any trouble that comes upon them, from anywhere, they start putting dust. That's a part of their culture. They start putting dust on their head and ashes and dust all over them. They get in the dirt and they begin to moan and begin to pray and ask God, what's going on? What's going on? Why I'm going through this? Why this is happening? And most times we already know what's happening. You didn't do what the person told you to do. Somebody trying to help you out, and all you can do is flip it. Somebody trying to, help you, to understand some things, and all you can do is hear negative. You ever seen people like that? You talk and come to them, and all they can hear is you yelling. That's some serious issues. Come on. Amen. And here it is. You tell them over and over and over again, and they still doing the what? Same thing. Same identical thing. Because they what? Stuck. And they think the same identical thing. No, you picking on me. Nobody picking on you. Same thing. So what God trying to do is get your attention. So in order to get, like Dick said, trying to get your attention, he got to put you somewhere. Isn't that something? And that's what it is. Chastisement. Come on. Punishment yields us to evaluate ourselves. And that's what Joshua did. Let me put the dirt on my head. Let me begin to pray. Something is going wrong. I don't like where I am. If you always get fired from a job, it ain't the job. Come on, something's wrong with that picture. It ain't the supervisor. If every supervisor got the same IQ of you, come on, it's not the supervisor. It's you. Come on, everybody want to don't want to be bothered with you. It ain't them. It's you. Come on. before they find out it's me. Let me just get over in the corner. Let me just act like, let me hear me fast. They won't bother me. Now, isn't it something that even with Jonah, the people did not have Christ in their life, but they knew a God was involved, that God was angry with somebody. But in this generation, we don't even see God in nothing. Isn't that something? We don't even know God is angry. We don't even know that God is angry with America. We don't know God is angry with us. Because we are refusing to accept him and accept his word or do certain things that he put people in our lives to do. I remember those days. Man, he would tell you something and then, man, it trickle effect. And then like Dick said, you start affecting the people around you. Is that all right? If y'all got something to say, say it. Praise Jesus. Go ahead.
And Joshua said, Alas, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? Would to God we had been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan.
Come on.
O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it and shall environ us round and cut off our name from the earth.
John said, God, you got to hear this. We are your people.
That's it.
You are the ones that fight for us. Yeah. And there going to be some people that's going to be like, they're going to be saying, what's going on with them? You know? They're not as powerful as they used to be. And what makes us powerful is what? The Holy Ghost. Yes. What makes us operate is the Holy Spirit, our faith in him. How many understand that? Praise God. So Joshua was like, man, God, look, you can't let us, what is going on? You can't let us down. All because of one person in your life. You got a woman in your life that's, boy, all they doing is just tearing you down. You just can't get away from that. It just bothers you. Love don't hurt. Woo, ain't that something? Love don't tear down. Love is honest. Love is pure. Love don't two-time. Love don't talk and put a person down. Come on, now, unless now you doing something now, what love gonna do is tell you about yourself. And it ain't gonna be off the side of the wall either. It's gonna be true. And you ain't gonna like it. Come on, that's what love does. Come on, but love don't intentionally hurt. So you can have one person. Look at your neighbor and say, one person. Now that one person can be you. Again, it can be you. So again, you got to look out for the people that are around you, that people that is a part of your life, people that are surrounding you. Come on, is that all right? Because sometimes it's the bad mixture. You want to be a part of a bandwagon. You want to be a part and accepted. And that's what's wrong when I work with gang members. And some of the gang members start being a part of my ministry in Florida. And here it is, you had a lot of those kids, they want to be accepted. So if that means I want to be accepted, if I got to go and be beat up by somebody to be accepted in it, and you got black, man, dude, what happened? Where your eye? Why your lip half torn off? What's going on? Why you got a hole in your leg? Well, that's the look. That what? Oh no, brother, you got that coat. That ain't love. But to be a part of somebody, to be a part of something, they think it's love. And I have to let them know that what you talking. That ain't love. Come on, that ain't love. Love what cherishes. Love respects. Come on, love endure. Come on, love trust. Love also chastises. Love rebuke. Love tells you truth. Come on. So if you start abusing someone, love don't abuse you. How can you understand that? Somebody shout, one person can mess up your life. And you can blame that other person, but it could be you. Come on, because you refuse to see yourself. You full of anger. You got temper issue. You yelling and carrying on. Just fussing all the time. Karen got so much terror. Just like Jeremiah began to tell Pashur, the priest, he got upset with Jeremiah. Isn't that something? He got upset with Jeremiah because of God was using Jeremiah to speak truth about what would happen to the children of Israel, and they was going in captivity. And Jeremiah told Pashur, the priest, he said, you will be your own terror. Oh my God. Not the friends, not your brother, your sister, but you will be your own terror. Come on, you will drive your own self crazy. You will torment your own self with your own thoughts. Nobody else is going to do it. It'll be you. All because he began to talk against the man of God. And he hit the man of God, thought that, oh, that was cool. He did something. Oh, he died a miserable person because what? He was tormented from his own thoughts, his own way, his own ideas. He couldn't find no peace. And see, that's where one person, somebody shout, one person. One person. Can either make you happy or you'll make them miserable. That's right. Woo! Ain't that something? So you got to figure it out. Hey, keep your or throw your way. You got to make some choices. And sometimes choices are hard, but they're worth it at the end if you can gain your peace. It's worth it at the end if you can keep your joy. Come on, give God a praise. If you can keep the right state of mind. But then again, some people love drama. They love drama. They love mischief. They love acting a fool. They love acting all crazy and doing all kind of foolish stuff. They love it. Those people are going to be preserved for the fire at the end. That's the word. That's terrible. That's it. They're going to be preserved. They're evildoers. God said, I'm going to preserve them at the end. Because they don't want change. They're here to be a terror to everybody else. Come on. And they don't understand people that are not like them. Isn't that something? I don't want to be miserable. Be miserable by yourself. You can't help people like that. And neither, if I can't help you, you ain't going to be around me. Come on, give God praise. Amen. That's what Paul said, you got to separate yourself. Learn to separate yourself. Come on. Friend, but he's my best friend. He ain't no best friend if he always bringing trouble your way. Always getting you involved in the wrong stuff. That's not no friend. Girlfriend always getting you into stuff. That ain't no girlfriend. That's a girl. I don't know where the friend went. Go ahead.
And furnace round. And
why God talking this way? God talking to somebody. Come on. That's it.
And cut off our name from the earth.
Come
And
on.
what wilt thou do unto thy great name?
Come on.
And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I have commanded them.
Now you see what God told him? It didn't take all day. Took one battle though. He thought everything was good. Until he found out, wait a minute. God said, I'm going to tell you your problem. The problem is you got one person, Israel, and look, one person affect all. So Israel had what? Sin. He didn't say acting. He said Israel have what? Sin. So if you living in disobedience, what's going to happen? It's going to trickle to your life. He said, trickle to your family. Come on, trickle to your sons. Come on, trickle on your job. Come on. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to just filter. And it'll filter for the rest of your life. How many understand that? That's why it's important to listen. Especially you got families and mothers that are wise. Listen to your mother. You got other people that are wise. Listen. Take heed. And don't be a motor mouth. Don't be running your mouth, and if you ain't running your mouth, don't be thinking so fast. Come on, slow them thoughts down and say, you know what? Man, you know what? He is trying to help me. You know what? Man, that's right. You know, let me use this to my effect. Let me use this knowledge, you know, because you know what? That is something good come out of it. Everybody ain't against you. But some people think that they are. Go ahead.
For they have even taken of the accursed thing,
Yes.
and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff.
Come on.
Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you anymore,
Come on.
except ye destroy the accursed from among you.
Now look at God said, I won't even be with you no more. One person affecting all of them, going out to battle. It says, if you don't get rid of the accursed things, I told you don't bother when you go, don't even, I don't care how good it looks, I don't care how valuable it is, it's not mine. Don't bother.